Earlier in the show, Dylan Cobb impressed the Fortune 5 so much they gave him the £38,083.50 he needs to continue his education. But there's still over £876,000 left to give away. Will any of these people get lucky?
And dive off the cistern into the flaming toilet and escape through the U-bend.
Could I bring someone on to sort of help me explain that?
No.
Hi, and welcome back to Fortune £1 Million giveaway. We've still got hundreds of thousands of pounds left to give away, or rather our Fortune 5 have. So let's get on with the next request.
There's still over £876,000 of the million to give away, but our next request will still need that majority decision to get the money.
Hello, my name's Joseph Peace. I'm an entertainer. I do a fire stunt show. What I want to do is put a major new stunt in my show. I want to buy a fire engine and build on the back of it a giant toilet about 7 feet high. It'll have an extra high U-bend, so it's really full of water. And then what I'll do is float some petrol on top of the water, set that on fire, and dive off the cistern into the flaming toilet and escape through the U-bend. To do it, I'm asking for £20,000. Thank you.
I hope you bought that from an Ann Summers store.
No, there's 1,500 sequins on here. I sewed them all on myself.
How big is the actual... Can you describe...
Well, it'll be a full-size fire engine.
A full-size fire engine?
Yeah, a full-size fire engine. So this is a model. The full-size fire engine with a toilet on the back about 7 feet high.
And you can get that for 20,000?
Yeah.
Who's going to make it?
I found an eccentric boat builder in North Wales called Barry. And what happens is, this is the cistern here, you see, it goes down, hydraulics, it goes down so that it can go under low bridges. But that's what I dive in, you see, that's the lid comes off like that. I stand on there, dive off there into the flaming toilet, and come out of the U-bend there.
Where have you been thinking about this? In a padded cell, a psychiatric ward?
The original... I do a fire stunt show, and I try to do fire stunts that nobody else does. Houdini used to escape, OK, and Evel Knievel jumped over buses. I want to be remembered as the guy who dives into a flaming toilet. So that's where you lot come in.
Well, Dave, you know, I hope your dream comes true and people remember you as a guy who jumps into toilets, but not with my money. It's a no from me.
Oh.
I have to be honest, Joseph. I'm not paying you £20,000 to dive into a toilet. It's a no from me, straight off.
You won't change your mind?
If we need to get answers from Jeffrey.
Just to make you happy, because you're not going to get any money, I'll say yes.
Oh.
Unless anyone changes their mind and says yes, then I shall change to no.
Oh.
Joseph, with respect, I own a football club, and, you know, with that perspective in mind, I've flushed enough money down the toilet, and whilst the temptation is great to flush you, I'm a no on this one.
Oh.
No. Your dream is going to have to remain a dream. It's a no from me.
Well...
You haven't got the money.
No. Oh, well. It wasn't for lack of trying.
That was a great try, Joseph. A great try. I was going to say, if anybody could persuade that lot to part with £20,000 to see somebody dive into a toilet, you're the man. Wasn't he good? Come on, that was a really good pick. They were nice to you. They were nice to you. What do you think of them now? Were they everything you expected, or less?
Well, I actually thought they would. I thought they were quite likely to go for it, especially the knickers lady. Just because I didn't buy knickers from her shop, I thought it was a bit wrong of her not just to diss me on that.
I think you're referring to Jacqueline.
Jacqueline, yes, the knickers lady.
Go on, off you go. Well done, mate. Good try, Joseph. Lovely guy. OK, let's have another request.
There's still £876,278.40 left to give away, and it's all got to go. Remember, the hopefuls must get a majority decision to get the money they're asking for.
Hello, my name's Steve Hill. I'm from Grimsby. Today I brought a bunch of kids with me that come from a tough estate in Grimsby called Dunthorpe. Where 3 years ago my life changed because a group of kids asked me to put a disco on in a disused church hall. That was the birth of St Martin's Community Action Group. We want to turn a church into a family activity centre, and we're here to ask you for £45,000. Thank you.
That was very emotional for you.
Yes.
Something happened 3 years ago. Children asked you about a disco on, but what was your life then? What was happening in your life then?
Could I bring someone on to sort of help me explain that?
No.
No? My life, I've got a checkered history. I've got a bit of a dodgy past.
You've been in prison?
Eh?
You've been in prison?
Been in prison.
What did you do?
Lots. I've done lots of different things from...
Was it robbery or was
I've done armed robbery, I've got the whole lot.
So when was the last time you were in prison?
6 years ago.
So you came out about 6 years ago, and how long had you done? What for?
A commercial burglary, I got 4 years for.
But I think we do need to have a better picture of exactly what it is you've done and really how bad you were and what it was. What was the turning point for you? Tell us what your life of crime was.
I was trying to get where you were. I was trying to get a better life for me because I was fed up having nothing. I've robbed houses, I've robbed shops, I've robbed cars, I've robbed, you know, nothing. I'm not proud of any of it, but I've done it.
Do you have any offences for violence?
Not, one offence of violence going back a long, long time.
Any other offences apart from
no.
taking things that didn't belong to you?
No.
Kids, what does this mean to you? What do you feel about Steve? What's your view of him?
Although he has had a past,
Yeah, which we all do.
we've developed a trust in him.
Yeah.
From the start, our trust has actually grown through Steve, through the interaction, and I'm sure everyone will agree with me.
Can I ask about the 45,000? That's a lot of money.
Yep. And you wouldn't give it
Where
to
would
me.
it go? No, I think that's what I'm asking.
It will
Where
go to-
would it go, and who would be in charge of it?
It actually goes to a group called Dunthorpe Together. It's got a board of trustees, it's all set up properly. I'm nowhere near it, I've got no influence on it, I've got no say.
There's no salaries for anyone.
Every year, we've put in community, and I've got community here today in the audience. They've put in 45,000 volunteer hours.
All volunteer.
No one gets paid at St Martin's. It's truly voluntary. I know I've got a record, but I am ashamed of it. I can't change it. I wish I could, but I can't.
I'm sorry to keep coming back to this point, but I've just got a couple of unanswered questions about your past. First of all, I can tell by your accent you're not from Grimsby. How did you find yourself in that area?
Because I fell in love with a lass from Grimsby. and as all us blokes know, they win in the end. So she wanted to live in Grimsby, and that's what's happened.
What do the parents of these children think about an ex-bank robber looking after the children?
Could I bring two people out now to support
I
what I'm
think
saying?
perhaps it would be a good time, yes.
Inspector John Firkettle, Commander of Grimsby South, and Canon Michael Hunter, the Rector of Grimsby.
The reality is that on the estate where these kids live and where Steve works, the aspirations and opportunities are extremely low. And these children need all the help they can get, and their parents recognise that it's very difficult for them to fulfil those aspirations. And Steve and the work that the group do provides these people with some chance and some hope to make better lives for themselves. And that's why people like Canon Hunter and myself and other agencies and other services support really strongly what we do.
So do you... But it's a huge endorsement of a man's character for a relatively high-ranking officer like yourself to come down here on national TV and endorse this man's character.
If I'm successful today, I believe that by the summer this will be a reality, because this is only the kickstart of what we need. We need somewhere in the region of £150,000.
How will you get the rest of the money?
Every single pound that you give us will be matched by the local community.
£245,000 is obviously £90,000. So tell me exactly how you're going to spend the £90,000.
the £90,000 is going to be spent to create this marvellous sort of family activity centre. And of course the church has, is rich in assets but poor in cash. Because we actually believe in him and what he's done, which is totally remarkable, we've actually let Steve use that church hall free of charge.
There is a significant amount of money involved, and we've laid this man's character bare, and he's been very upfront and very honest, and I do believe in life. I do believe in life that people can change, and whether you've had an epiphany or whatever it is, I think that I think you're a good man. With the testimonials you've got from the people that are representing you, and the kids that you've got here, and the support you've got in the crowd, I'm going to be a yes.
I have a great admiration for the way you've turned your life around, and I sincerely hope that you inspire others that perhaps have been where you've been to do the same. And I'm with Simon, I'm a yes.
I congratulate you on the way you've presented your case. I'm very impressed that because of what you've been through, and I know and understand what you've been through, I'm a yes.
Steve, what I believe is, if someone's done the crime and then they've done the time, then they should be allowed to move on. And I think it's great that you've moved on. You know, I hope you have a fantastic life from now on, Steve, because it's a yes from me.
Thank you.
I come from a council estate. I'm the youngest girl of 9 children, and I know what it's like to see your parents work hard in trying to achieve very few opportunities that are out there. And I think everyone deserves second chances, and I'm glad this will be your opportunity. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You've really done it with me. Thank you all.
Come on, give it up to Steve. That's fantastic. What's your wife called again?
Debbie.
Debbie, come on, come up here quickly.
Well done. Well done.
Usually we ask the person who's asked for the money to say what they think of the judges and tell the judges how they're feeling. How do you feel?
I feel absolutely ecstatic. I thank all here because I was brought up on the non-soap and I've seen it change. And I've seen it change since we took it back over, and hopefully we are going to put the end back in non-stop and make it better for the future. It's not about us, it's about the kids.
Well done, Steve. Thank you. Well done, everybody. That's a good job. Thank you.
So, Steve Hill from Grimsby receives a massive £45,000 for St Martin's Community Centre. There's still plenty more of the million to go, £831,278.40 to be precise. Find out who else gets lucky after the break.
My name's Mark Blauskas, and I'm a wannabe JCB driver.
I believe juggling can change the world.
Is that an example of your work?
I just can't resist saying yes.